Cancer.
Happy New Year, Cancer. We're going to be looking at your monthly forecast to see what is coming up for you. And it's going to be a busy month in your house of partnerships, love and relationships, your spouse, your other. It could also be partnerships where about work and career as well. So it could be that type of partnership or anybody that you're looking to partner with. However, though, it's going to be a full house where we're going to have both the sun and the moon and Mercury and Pluto. Venus will join us a little bit later in the month, which will add to the party. So you are going to be very, very busy dealing with how to balance this partnership and love and the changes and the transformations going on there. You have Sun and Pluto coming in there at a conjunction, which will definitely stir things up and deepen whatever aspects you have going on between the two of you. And it's really a thing that you want to embrace and not fear, even though Pluto can be quite brutal, or it could be, it can really get to you that way. But you want to use that energy, see? You want to take it in and embed it and be able to go sub down into what matters that the two of you have between you, so you can clear out and transform. That's the beauty of Pluto, is its transformational and healing qualities. So it's not just all the drama and the intensity that we kind of think of when we think Pluto, but it's the outcome of it you want to focus on. Pluto in many ways is the magician when it comes to healing and transformation and doing everything new. So you're definitely going to have that opportunity now in January. You're having Neptune now coming into your 9th house. So a lot of you Cancerians, you're going to start attuning more and more to why we're here. What's the purpose of why we're here? Many of you have felt that the earth journey is about nourishing what we have here and how we can secure things, secure ourselves, secure our family, secure our children. So it becomes all the security that comes down to earth, taken care of. But see, now it's like this shell, your shell, that has been protecting you is going to start dissolving. That's going to be interesting, and some of you may embrace it and welcome it and really love it right off the bat, whereas other Cancerians might feel not just disoriented, but kind of lost in space. It's like, hey, what's happening? My shell, my protection is dissolving. And sure, that can seem a little scary to start with, but you'll get used to it, and it's going to be here now for many, many, many years. So this is just, it's harmonic to your sign. It's coming from Pisces, so you guys are good together. But still, nonetheless, though, when you're not used to really incorporating that Neptunian energy and feeling how things are just disintegrating, go with that flow. Neptune is water. Be the ocean, be the river. The river always knows how to find the ocean. Trust it, and so that's your key. Every time you start feeling a little anxious or nervous, just move into the space of faith, trusting it. Neptune is setting you up for wonderful things to come. It's your higher self, your spirituality. You're already a water sign, so you already have that inborn sense of intuition and feeling guided, going with your gut feeling. But that's going to be increasing that much more, that you will start seeing that your own psychic capabilities over the years, starting now, is going to open up more and more, whether it's clairvoyance or clairaudience or mediumistic talents coming through. It's the veil is thinning, and for you having it in the 9th house, I see you studying and researching, becoming very curious on how to master these talents. And I want you to know that these talents are a part of your own cosmic makeup. You have it within you. Now you're bringing it up. your layers of consciousness are going to start expanding there. And the more you can tune in and not fight it, the more you're going to be getting from these streams of intuition and creativity, not the least. Many of you will start going off, spending more time in your hobbies of creative fields, designing colors and music and frequencies and dances and all those things where you can visualize and bring into manifestation will be a big part of your path. You have Uranus in the 10th house, and this is where I'm thinking that a lot of these new studies that you will start undertaking, you can bring into your professional field. Why? Because Uranus is there, and Uranus is also one of those outer transpersonal planets, which is very spiritual and very psychically attuned, and you have Aries there on your midheaven, meaning that you're very much so a go-getter and a doer, an initiator, the entrepreneur. And what is it you want to work with? Yes, anything that is new, fresh, out of the box, Uranian. So a lot of you might see that you've been changing your career over this last year when Uranus kind of passed into your 10th house. Where you can work with technology and or other healing tools could also be coming in more and more. It might give you a little kind of bumpy road to start with, because why? This Uranus energy, it kind of shocks us out of our paradigm to kind of land us over in a new place. So you know, do the dance, follow it, and trust that there's divine timing in everything. And it is time to evolve and become more of who we are. So I like those outer planets up here on top of your chart. It's really going to be opening your chakras here, and don't be surprised when you start understanding that telepathy does work. You will start tuning in more and more to the people around you. Jupiter is in your 12th house, so it's kind of like in your subconsciousness, tied very strongly into your spirit. So that's kind of setting you up for listening big time. It's in the house of Pisces there, and Pisces has Neptune there right now. So between that, I have to say, start paying attention to your dreams. I think you'd love yourself if you start a dream journal, because in a few years and you look back to this time that you're transcending through, I think you're going to love to read those dreams. There's a lot going on in your subconsciousness. So there might be a little challenge with Saturn. Saturn kind of moved out of the home and the family and all the things karmically burdening over these last few years. That has eased up. It was a little difficult for some of you to find the correct balance between home life and career, kind of being split, you know, in both ends, or being between a rock and a hard place. At least that seems to have alleviated some. Now the focus with your Saturn has gone into the house of children, and so some of you might have increased responsibility now with children. Maybe they're coming into their teens and need to get their driver's license, or whatever the deal is. There could be school and homework, and that they're going through some processing. But it's really taking your focus. They are needing you, and they will be needing you for the whole this coming year into next year as well. So, but we'll be tapping back in on that throughout the months to come. So yes, what else? Let's look at some dates that could be interesting for you this month. We have the beginning of the year here, January 3rd. If there's any communications that might go a little bit haywire, Mercury is then currently in your 7th house. We spoke a little bit about that there might be something coming up between you and a partner, or somebody close that you consider like a partner. It may not be seeing things eye to eye, but it's a passing aspect that you'll move beyond very quickly. What I do like to see is this Mars and Jupiter. Mars there from your 8th house and Jupiter in the 12th house, we were talking about dreams. Go get that dream journal for Christmas. We're still not in 2013, even though we're looking at January 13. But buy yourself that present here, because Jupiter and Mars, they're both in psychic houses, the 8th and the 12th house. And of course Neptune is involved in that because it's the ruler of the 12th. So I think you're going to be receiving a lot of guidance through your dreams, okay? That's really exciting. Write it down. You'll be happy you did later on. And then we have any kind of communications with the higher ups, or also I would say your partnerships again coming in. So what you didn't really maybe see eye to eye on there on the 3rd, we're looking back here at, where are we at the 6th. That talk can come up again, so then it's been delayed a few days. Much better time. You're more in power. You'll be able to communicate that much more directly, like laser sharp, okay? So put the 6th on your chart for that. And you will secure it. You will win the deal, or win that talk. Romantic evening is the 9th and 10th. Venus then is sextiling your Neptune, so it's one of those starry nights with inspiration and anything that's just sweet, very sweet and healing. You could also meet somebody new on the 9th or 10th. Then we have the new moon on the 11th, which is for you going to be in your 8th house. And like I said, your 8th house in your 7th house, excuse me. It's in your 7th house, and your 7th house is really lit up this month. A new moon in the 7th house is really, what should I say, starting those primus motors again. It's sowing those seeds, and of course, whatever you do now, you'll harvest here closer to the end of the month, and also bring you into next month's new moon. So this is the cycle for you to start anything within relationships in a new way. And every time we have a new moon, and you always have it to your 7th house here, you want to make sure that it's special, okay? To keep those engines going, to feed the flame, so to speak. What else do we have here at the 11th? I'd like to point out a very powerful day is the 16th. Venus and Pluto conjoining there, also in your 7th house. Another day of intensity. It could be very good intensity, in fact, where you're able to cut to the core and go into those deeper layers of consciousness within the partner, within yourself. Good time to kind of turn inwards and see what needs to be weeded out, or also what needs to be implemented, okay? So if you and your partner has had things needing to be discussed and needing to find a new platform for this new year, okay, chart it in on the 16th and 17th, because Saturn is going to be there, and for partnerships that is going to be really, really good. It will seal the deal. Then we have the Sun will be moving into your 8th house on the 19th, so that's giving some, what should I say, relief from the scenario that you've had all month as far as relationships. It will turn your sight more into looking at how you deal with finances or other people's finances, trying to get the balance on income and output financially. And then we have a good conversation, communication, anything that you need to speak with somebody at work, not just coworkers, but actually bosses, your career. Want to schedule that for the 21st or 22nd, which seems to be able to boost new aspects, unexpected aspects. Maybe you might get an offer or something that day. And then we also have the 24th, which is also unexpected news. I just see you cruising, feeling really happy, followed by careful of having any important talks on the 25th, though. There is a day or two transit there that's not going to do too much for you. And if you try, it's only going to end up restricting you, and you'll feel boxed in. So try to avoid it if you can. Have it either earlier in the month or leave it to closer to the end of the month. And then we have Jupiter, which will be moving direct, so that it will be moving direct in your 12th house of subconsciousness and dreams and your own intuition and creativity. That will be on the 29th or 30th, and it won't be too long. It's heading towards your ascendant, where it will be coming into your first house. So you're the next sign to luck out, having Jupiter be hosted with you for abundance and expansion. But that's not quite yet. So anyway, Cancers, it was nice looking over your chart, and be sure to subscribe if you want your next monthly scopes coming to you when they're ready. Thank you for visiting.